happened to the family of
are going to have to hold out a little
Julie?
longer.
Russian
President Vladimir Putin threatening Ukraine's state.
There is no internet, so I don't know.
Will have to be played, and Putin warning that any third-party declaration of a no-fly zone would be considered participation in the armed conflict. North Korea suspected of firing a ballistic missile into the waters between the Korean Peninsula and Japan. It's North Korea's 9th missile launch this year. A jury in Philadelphia Friday finding a former train engineer not guilty on all counts of the deadly 2015 Amtrak derailment there. Train speeding 106 miles an hour in the 50-mile-per-hour zone derailed at a curve in Philadelphia. Defense lawyer Ryan McGonigal said
There was anything heavy out here. This was a crime. There was an accident. Jurors understood that.
Ryan must be in charge with multiple counts, including causing a catastrophe. You're listening to ABC News.
Do you check your Google search results regularly? You should. People often get their first impression.
What the heck?
Fucking idiot.
Yeah. There's even signaling. Doing signal like doesn't mean it.
Radio.
Source. FM.
Officials in Maryland.
Hey, I went to honk the horn. I hit the wrong button.
At an apartment that injured more than a dozen people.
Montgomery County fire officials say 14 people were injured when an explosion ripped through an apartment building in Silver Spring, just north of Washington, D.C. on Thursday. Fire and Rescue Service Chief Scott Goldstein says they're working to determine what caused the blast.
We have located a cut gas pipe in the basement.
Despite this, he says it's not clear if it was intentionally cut and whether it was the cause. Goldstein says 7
Hi
people
everyone,
hospitalized
back
have
to my
since been released.
channel. This
Officers
time
searching
we're
for
going to
rubber bullets say so
Costco.
far everyone is accounted for. Mark Renaud, ABC News.
Former Vice President told Republican donors not to move forward, not look back. ABC's Todd Andrews.
Mike Pence comments Friday night urged Republicans to move on from the 2020 election and declared that, quote, there's no room this morning for apologies from Pence clearly continuing to distance himself from Donald Trump. Pence did not directly reference the former president, but
cleaning up today.
The only call I will ever
Driving around the block.
because I know firsthand what the best
Everyone's okay.
painting with the care and attention to detail that only a local neighborhood business can offer. Whether it's your home or business use,
When's
touch
that?
the certified art, you can schedule your
December
guest
31 was the last time
Yeah, it's been over a month since we started it. That was 3 months before that, before we started it.
I know. We didn't use it. That's a lot of calls. Costco.
Kids enough to watch that TV show Up Button Show.
Costco.
I love them enough to make sure they're in the right car.
Costco. Oh goodness, look at that. Oh, okay. I thought you were buying lots of.
Yeah, Tollgate too, that probably wouldn't be a bad idea also.
Yeah. There's a lot. Going in here, maybe on that side here.
Yeah.
There's in that side.
Yeah, there's a lot of people already going over there, figuring this. They're getting ready to leave, so. Ah, yeah. Okay, they're not leaving. Somebody's already there.
It's just a small
Look at it right here.
thing.
Yeah, right here.
Okay. There we go. You're here now. So ang flour, cornbread, we're coming from Russia. So Nasin will be running out of flour, baking, cornbread for baking and everything. Kasi out of stock na. Okay. Kabalo ka sa gubat sa Russia. Sa Russia. So, mamalit ni din by bulky bulk na mga supplies. Oh, here. I'll get the card. So, people here. Delcy. Okay, it's Sina ako'y ganahan.
I'm gonna call you.